Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, along with my co-host, Brett.
Going on.
We are here to talk Are You the One, Season 9, Episode 8, called String Out. I want to say off the top, apologies for missing last week. We just had a lot of stuff going on. So just a quick brief synopsis of last week. Ollie and Brooke are a perfect match. So that was a nice step forward for the house. They didn't really do that great in the matchup ceremony, but they did today. So I kind of want to lead with that. I thought getting 6 beams is pretty good. I mean, it's over half. They haven't really gotten higher than I think 3 or 4, and they did a little mix up. So I think some of the matchups, it's just I think it's just a positive because there's 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 couples left, and they got 3 beams. So I don't know. I think the Aqel and Anissa they kind of need to hammer out. There's a couple ones that
That's an important
that's
one.
probably the best one I think that they need to get, because I think if they get that one, they've sat together for so many weeks. It could really help, I think, figure out from past matchup ceremonies and this one. But I still think they're gonna get it. What do you
I
think?
think they're going to get it too. So I was in the middle of trying to figure out my picks, and I'm like, I don't know, it's all over the place. So I feel like Anissa, I could put with a few other people, Will being one of them. So if she's like, they got to figure out if Anissa's with the Kel because
Mm-hmm.
that's the
That's got
couple
to be
that's
the
been
move.
together the whole time. Hamudi and Minty have been together this whole time, which I was wondering about that too. If So they were the ones that went into the truth booth today.
Yeah.
So if they had not been the ones in the truth booth, would we have had the same result where we reveal who Samuel's match is? Because it was almost a wasted truth booth
Yep.
because Minty was Samuel's match. So if they had put Will and Danielle in there, then they could have maybe known that couple if it was a yes or a no, and then also still known where
Right.
Minty stands.
Yeah, based off my notes on the timeline, we had the truth booth first, and then the next day, Sam had to leave. So I wonder if something happened where he was like maybe because I didn't see him at all this episode, like even before the truth booth, and they said he had to leave. Like I don't remember seeing him at all.
I've seen him once since episode one.
Yeah, he's been like MIA, but I really didn't. Sometimes you see him in the background and just kind of there, but yeah, like what Brett was alluding to here, he had to go home. The host was like, "Hey, I'll let you guys know at the match ceremony what's going to go down." And what ended up going down is Sam was MJ's match, so they get a free perfect match like there. So what I
They
was
got so
saying,
lucky with that.
what's that? Was that?
They got well, we were talking about that before. Like
Yeah,
they got
lucky.
lucky giving
Yeah.
that free match because it was kind of up in the air of are they going to get like the result or are they just going to have like one less person to go off of and there's
Mhm.
going to be an odd girl out every week and they
Right,
won't
like
know.
that person. Because in the past, I was telling Brett is in season 3 of the show, somebody got kicked off late in the show, but they still had to make picks like that person was there. So like at the end, like if the guys were picking, he just was the default like to go to the last girl. And when the girls were picking, they could have picked him. So it was interesting to me that they kind of changed the strategy. But I mean, it's so early. It's still like halfway through the game, so I don't think that was like them colluding to win. But
I think production's throwing them a bone because
yeah, they're
there
helping
were
them
like
out
two
because
or
they have
three
renewed.
episodes left and if they don't have like a they want as much as they probably don't want to pay the money, it's already budgeted, so they want them to win
Yeah,
because it provides a TV moment where you get like beam
yeah,
lights in the air, and they get to
exactly.
get renewed for a new season.
Yeah, and the other thing, like it kind of, I think MJ and Hamudi were like, "Oh, he's my man," and she even said that on the way out. Like, I'm still gonna be with, like, I'm interested in him. So it's actually good, like you said, Brett, that she's gone, free matchup, and like they won't go back in the house and still hook up, kind of like what Leo and Brooke were doing for a little bit, and some other like couples that we know aren't matches that seem to kind of cling together. But
It's best case scenario for
yeah,
Hamudi.
no, it really is.
There's no dude in the way
Exactly.
of taking Minty from him in the fantasy suite.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna run through my notes super quick. CC and Mikey, in the beginning, they decided to break it off because last ceremony they only had one beam. They think it's not them. I think that's smart. I mean, they can kind of keep it on the back burner, but
I'm not 100% sold on that actually. So I think they could be one of the
They
beams.
could, yeah,
So
they definitely could be, but they still should explore other options. I'm not saying like completely dead it, but definitely open up. Like I kind of feel like Cece's been when she gets with somebody, she's like really closed off, and I think this is we'll see how it goes. I mean, but I think you should definitely still explore. You don't need to hook up with a person, but at least have conversations. Like be open to trying other things. Challenge another hexagon. Can't get through a week without a hexagon challenge. This was one they had to rate who has been the most vulnerable.
this was a layup.
Yeah, your boy
They
Will.
all just voted Will
Yeah, because
because
he has been.
apparently
He's been.
Will is just a big softy.
There's nothing wrong with that. And Taylor. So Taylor and Will are most vulnerable. Taylor has the opportunity to give a date away, which I think is smart. You want to send in strong couples, and I think that was a nice gameplay move. I know it like later it seemed like at the time when we're watching, this to me was a smart move because we didn't know Sam was gone. So MJ and Hamudi, she gives her date to. They end up going into the truth booth, and like as Brett said, it's not a match. And the other date was Will picks Danielle. So Will, man, he looks like he has a tough time next week. So I'm worried about your boy here.
Tough time with what? I didn't for like
He just
the
seems
next
like he's
episode.
going like he just has like unlucky with girls. It looks like he's fighting with Courtney a little bit next week.
Okay. I was gonna
So
say, in this episode, they were talking about moving in together, like in the UK. So, like, Will, I think Will's gung ho on Courtney and ready to move in, which she still could be an option for
yeah,
him,
definitely
no
possible.
matter what the stats say. And I think so. After I like that. I think that's the best part of the challenge is that they're changing how the winner works every week. So, like
Hmm.
you said, Taylor, instead of going herself, she could pick somebody to
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
But as soon as I saw Minty and Hamudi going on that date, if I were Will, I would have picked Courtney just out of selfish reasons. Like if I'm like, hey, we could be a match. Plus, I
yeah.
think
That's
everyone's gonna
definitely
vote.
fair.
Everyone's gonna vote those two in the booth. So I'm just gonna take my girl that I'm feeling on the date.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I just think he can. I mean, I do appreciate people that want to win the game. Like I know you want to find love, but you still want to win the game. So they can spend time in the villa. Like it's not totally crazy. Like we said earlier, Sam had to leave. They didn't really disclose why. Didn't look up why. He was never really on the show, but sad to see him go. I know Brett liked him. There was a little altercation. Taylor versus Cece. They were kind of arguing with each other, kind of getting pretty nasty, insulting each other. I don't really have much to say on it. It's it's just another fight in another show. Do you have any input on that? I don't really want to dive that deep into it.
No,
Yeah, it's just they're just fighting, and people in the house are like, you don't need to be that mean. Like everyone's on the same team here. Like you can argue about something, but they were kind of getting nasty, like yelling at each other from the balcony and stuff like that.
yeah, I think she was slut
Yeah,
shaming CC or something.
yeah,
So
just not good. It's on TV. It's just like you can always find it the rest of your life. Just you don't need to do that stuff. Okay, matchup ceremony. So like we said, they have three perfect matches. They end up getting three beams. So like I said, positive, very good step forward, especially based off last week. Brett's boy Will, he chooses Danielle. Aqel chooses Anissa. And like we were saying before, this is one I think they need to prioritize getting in the truth booth either next week or the week after. Like they really need to nail that down because it's either hurting them or it's going to be huge in when they finally get that last episode about strategy, who's with who. Hamudi chooses Courtney. Nathan chooses Jordanne. Leo chooses Roz. Clay chooses Taylor. Mikey chooses Cece. And Eduardo chooses Do. Speaking of Do, she had like an interesting little tidbit this week where she doesn't like a lot of things and likes to voice her opinion. And I don't know if she just got a bad edit there, but like it seems to be like everyone in the house agrees on that.
I thought that was hilarious. That was like the one thing that we didn't talk about was do
Yeah,
because I know she remember when she commented on one of her episodes and
yeah,
deleted or something,
yeah,
and then this episode she gets a ton of screen time and everybody like doesn't like her because she doesn't like anything or something like that. She
yeah.
she likes to complain, I guess.
Yeah, I can see like by that you've been with these people for you're kind of cooped up in a house and like you're gonna start getting annoyed with people, and if she already doesn't like a lot of things, I can see how you can be annoyed by her attitude there.
Right.
So
And she was crapping on Will. Like people were saying that her and Will could be a match, which I think I matched them up at some
yeah.
point. And she's like, no, no, I don't like tattoos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. And it's I think it's just the way she says it, but it's just funny. It made me laugh. Like when she'd be like, yeah, I just don't like tattoos. And like, well, you just don't like you personally don't like tattoos on you, but you can still maybe like someone with tattoos. It's just I thought it was funny.
She's being very judgmental for someone who has a tongue piercing.
Hey, man.
That's more rare than tattoos and
Hey,
weird.
it's a personal preference. You don't have so I don't have any picks made. I'm pretty sure Brett said he doesn't have any picks made as well, but I will pop
I'm
these
working on
the bio when I post this video probably tomorrow. So that's gonna be it for today. We will be back next. I think our next episode will probably be MILF Manor. So we have our TLC Sunday nights, MILF Manor, 9 Day Fiance. We have Bachelor. We have Below Deck. So many, so many, so many shows. Make sure to check out our TikTok, our Instagram, and Twitter. Still not working. There we go. There it is. So make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. For myself and Brett, see you.
putting in that work.